All right, yo, what is going on, guys? Flamebreaker here, and welcome back to the monthly series where I tell you a couple of things like games and stuff that are coming out in the specific month of, whatever time I'm uploading this. So, we have a lot of good releases for July 2025, and yeah, let's just get right into it. If you guys want to see more of this content in the future, be sure to like and sub, and let's get into it. So first off is Marvel Rivals Season 3, and there is a lot for this. First off, we got our first look at the new villain Null, the creator of the symbiote, which is, what Venom is. And we have a new skin for Hela and two new characters, this being Jean Grey and the other one will come out in a minute. Yeah, we got this awesome cinematic trailer, and the new Clintar map is gonna have like an egg that Jean will emerge from. And here's the other character, Blade. He's finally coming to the game. He's been teased so many times. He was captured by Dracula, sleeping and in Wakanda, and now he's here. He's gonna be playable, and yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So Jean will be the first character. She'll be in season 3, while Blade will join us in season 3.5. And they have released the trailer for Jean's kit, which looks absolutely amazing. But the big thing I want to take a look or show y'all is the battle pass for season 3. So this whole thing is entirely like symbiote and like Phoenix style themed for all that. So we're getting a bunch of new Venomized character skins, like this one for Squirrel Girl. Yeah, we got Venomized Squirrel Girl right here with a tail that is very much disturbing. New emote and all that. But the biggest thing everyone is, hyped about. We got a couple of things for like here's one for Wolverine and Black Panther, or here's from Groot, Namor, Adam Warlock. He kind of looks like a god style thing here. Here it is. We finally are getting a symbiote Spider-Man skin. This has been like wanted, I think, since Marvel Rivals came out. But even better than this is the emotes. Look at this. We are getting the Bully Maguire dance in Marvel Rivals. And I mean, I don't know what else to say. This is just gonna be an amazing season. Here's another skin for Emma Frost. We got Venomized Rocket and oh yeah, and Venomized Jeff. This was another most wanted one. But I think that's all of them. Yeah, so that's all the skins. And overall, this looks absolutely amazing. I'm so excited for this. This whole thing begins on the 11th. So I'm going to be making a video on it as soon as it comes out. And yeah, let's move on to the next game. Also coming out on the 11th is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. This is a remaster of the original 3 and 4 games. We already have the remaster for the first two, but now, obviously, this is 3 and 4. Now, this seems to play like, kind of similar to the original first two, or like the remaster of the first two. I'm still really new to this game franchise, to be honest. But yeah, we got a whole prison map and everything, pirate ship. There's a lot of insane maps in this game. There's like a whole city and everything. But even cooler than that is there will be a guest character in this game, which it'll pop up in a minute. Yeah, we got like a Hollywood themed one. Oh, uh, okay, this was not the guest character I was thinking of, but yeah, I guess we're getting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in this game now. See, obviously, there's like destructible environments. It looks like maybe you used to be able to knock things over and all that. Got a pinball map with a giant dude. But okay, this should be it. Here we go. This is the one I was thinking of. We are getting Doomslayer in this, and I think he can use the his chainsaw as a skateboard. So if you want to see all the pre-order stuff, hold on, I'm gonna pause it. And here we go. Okay, so here's this. Got a college and foundry map, Doomslayer Digital Deluxe Edition. Da 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 da. And then you get an Unmaker hoverboard, Revenant skater, in-game music. apparel and skate decks and uh, this guy who looks like he belongs in the year 2035. But yeah, so this game, like I said, is also coming out on the 11th, and this one I'm pretty excited for. I'm really excited to play as Mikey apparently, and the Doomslayer. So yeah, let's move on to the next game. Next up, we have Donkey Kong Bonanza. This is one I've been hyped for ever since it came out, or like it got announced. Basically, the whole thing is this is a prequel to I think the original Donkey Kong game or something like that, because you play as Donkey Kong in this whole like underground thing, and you're supposed to help young Pauline get to the core of this like planet. I think it's what it is, and once you get there, they'll some like entity or something like that. I forgot the name. Will grant will grant you a wish, which is what Pauline needs to escape. And yes, this is underground. I know that this looks like there's skies and everything, but yeah, so this game has kind of a similar formula to Mario Odyssey. So there's already that with open world environments and everything. But this game is jam packed, full of content. Obviously, it's open world, so there's that. But there's a whole bunch of mobility things you can do. You can like roll, jump, climb, and everything. But you can also pretty much destroy everything. So you can just beat the crap out of like all the terrain you see and use it to your advantage. Yeah, you can punch walls, like I said, beat the crap out of them. You can rip pieces of the earth out and use them as like swords essentially. Dig straight down, which is a number one rule you should not break in Minecraft. Yeah, again, use rocks as weapons, and you can even surf on them. I don't know if this is going to show it. Can you please? Okay, you're not going to show it. Seriously? Okay. Well, it'll show it in a minute. Okay, yeah, here's the Bonandium gems. This is kind of like the substitute for the moons in Mario Odyssey's case. But yeah, so this game is coming out on the 17th for Switch 2. And oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's some surfing things. Another cool thing is the transformations. First off, you got really angry Kong, which is just a giant monkey. You just gotta slap his chest a bunch of times, then he gets all angry for some reason, and he just beats the crap out of everyone harder than he already did. You get Zebra Kong, which turns him into Sonic essentially, but way slower, but he can somehow move on water. And Pigeon, where he can fly. So yeah, there's a ton more in this game that like I haven't talked about, but I'm gonna go on to the next game. If you wanna see this video, I'll here it is. Donkey Kong Bonanza overview trailer, Switch 2. Have all the information you need. Next, on the 23rd, WWE 2K25 is coming to Switch 2. So I've already talked about WWE 2K25 before. Pretty much just it's just the same thing, but you can now play it on the go, like it says on Switch 2. I don't think there's really much of a difference. I don't think there's like any like Mario style things. That's one thing they should add. They should add Mario as a playable character. That would be so funny. Can you just imagine like Mario getting in the ring or something like that? That makes a lot of sense because like they've had they did this for Lego City Undercover. They put a bunch of Mario references in the Switch release, but not anything else. But yeah, if you're as big a fan of the WWE 2K games as I am, this one is for you. And again, you can play it on the go. So it's probably extremely helpful. But yeah, again, July 23rd. Let's move on. Now, this one is more of an extension than a game itself, but this is Mario Party Jamboree TV. So it's a bundle, essentially. For one, if you already have Mario Party Jamboree, you just have to pay like I think 10 to 20 bucks. I think it's 10 bucks to upgrade. But if you don't have Jamboree, you can buy this and the bundle. So basically, Jamboree TV just takes advantage of like essentially just shows off all the Switch 2's functions. That's pretty much the basic idea of it. You can use the mouse controls for certain games. You can use the cameras so you can like see all of your friends' faces as you steal their stars and they go absolutely nuclear. And yeah, here we go. Yeah, you can see their faces. Obviously, this is entirely unrealistic because everybody's going to be going nuclear. They're not showing what happens when someone gets a star stolen. or anything like that. Yeah, they're doing this, but these guys are paid actors. Remember that. That you're not gonna laugh at that. All right, you're gonna be screaming and cussing and everything. Okay, but either way, oh, there's tag team rules. Okay. I didn't. Okay, I did not know. I did not know this. Okay, well, that's new. But either way, so this comes out on the 24th, and yeah, just good expansion. And there's a couple other there's a couple other things here. I gotta hold on. I gotta talk about this. Here we go. So we got Bowser Live, and this is more like the camera thing. You can just like see yourself and actually participate in the mini games, which is really cool. Sometimes you got to use the microphone to use the things. There's a clapping mini game when you have to like time your stuff, like time your claps with specific notes. You got to like move a bunch for this one. I'm trying to Nintendo, can you please show the clapping thing? Oh, okay, thanks, man. But yeah, here we go. So now there's this. This is another mouse controls thing where you gotta like manually do the seat pulling thing, and then eventually you just start shooting people out of the sky like it's freaking, I don't know, a Doom game. And once you get to the tunnels or the pipes, you have to play a mini game, which is new mini games with the new controls and everything. So yeah. So this is only for Switch 2. So yeah. And then I think, can we please show the okay. Yeah, here's some more of the mini games. Here's the clapping thing. Okay. This trailer trying to make me look like an idiot. Anyway, but yeah, so we got some more mouse controls stuff. That's kind of like the big thing with this. It's mouse controls. But obviously, yes, there is some microphone related stuff. You gotta like shake the Joy-Con, which I guess isn't really anything new. But yeah, and again, it's compatible with the camera, so you can watch as your friends, go absolutely nuclear, like I said, and just go completely nuts and go on a cursing rampage. But yeah, you can share the game with Switch One consoles, though I don't think that the the TV Jamboree TV is gonna work with this. We got like air hockey. Actually, air hockey looks really cool. And hold on, this part, this looks like it's gonna give me a seizure. Anyway, but yeah, either way, so this is coming out on the 24th, and yeah, let's move on. I feel like I don't really have to explain what this game is about because I don't think people are gonna be playing this game for the story. So yeah, this is Killing Floor 3, and to be honest, I'm not that familiar with this franchise, but again, I don't think people are going to be very much playing this for the story. I think they're just going to be playing this because of big guns, mowing people down, and overall just acting like it's a Doom game. So this game comes out on the 24th as well. I think, yes, it comes out on the 24th. And there's venomized people, it looks like. We've already covered Marvel Rivals, and now looks like there's more symbiote people. There's explosive bow and arrows. It's not coming out on March. It's coming out on the 24th. Don't listen to this. But yeah, so if you want to shoot everything, like just go completely nuts on a video game, you want to go completely ballistic, this is the game for you. Here we have Grounded 2. Now, this game, the first game is really similar to the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Essentially, you have been shrunk, and now you have to survive your backyard. And I will give y'all a heads up. There are spiders in at least the original game. There are spiders in the original game, a ton of bugs, and just a whole lot of hoopla. So obviously in the sequel, you get shrunk again, but there's actually this map is actually I think like 2 or 3 times the size of the original. So it's absolutely huge with a whole bunch of new areas to explore. And yes, it is multiplayer, so you can play it with your friends. And the first Grounded is absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited to see what exactly we're gonna what can be done in this game. Obviously, there seems to be. I'm not exactly sure what is new. I'm guessing There's like new enemies but yeah, so there's a bunch of new content that I don't really know about. July 29th is when it comes out, and yeah. And you can actually play it on Game Pass. And finally, we have Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. So this is essentially just a Ninja Gaiden game, but like, 2D hack and slash, Mario SNE Sega Genesis style kind of thing, old Nintendo games, that kind of thing. That's pretty much the basic idea. But in this, there seems to be like a lot of good like new things. You can dodge, climb ceilings, climb walls, and now you get to like fight demons and swing swords on the ceiling or whatever, and fight ninjas that look like the Foot Clan. So you don't actually play as the regular guy. You play as this guy called Kenji, and who I think is the original character's apprentice that I don't know the name of because, again, I'm not very familiar with this franchise. But yeah, so this is coming out on the 31st, and yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and tell me what games you're excited for this month. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.